there Python enthusiasts. We are back with another video as promised. In this particular video, we'll be learning how you can get started with Python and run your Python programs, but not in the conventional manner that we used to. In the conventional manner, we used to install Python or Anaconda into our system and then run it in our terminal. But we have come with a new way. That's GitHub Codespace. Now you might say, what is GitHub Codespace? So let's imagine you are a developer. I think you are. Or if you are a professional, you must be building some new innovations that's out there, or maybe coming up with new development procedures. So in that particular procedure, what you can do is use GitHub Codespace. GitHub Codespace is like Visual Studio Code in your web, which is virtually hosted dev environment in the cloud itself. What you can do is with GitHub Codespace is just go to your GitHub repository, get started and create a new code space in your environment, and this will give you all the dependencies, all the particular languages and frameworks already installed into your system, and you can get started with your development. What it allows with faster and parallel development with your team. You can create your innovation anywhere out there because it works on Chrome, your Visual Studio Code, JetBrains or Jupyter Notebooks. It also can be used on mobile, your tablets or your laptop itself, as it's virtually hosted. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started with GitHub Codespace and let's see how you can run your own Python applications through it. But before that, a bonus tip for all of you. Suppose you're working on a Scratch project, which is in Python, Angular or any other framework, let's say. Now you want to configure it. What you can do is go to the templates option in GitHub Codespace and you will find some templates already ready with the boiler template code. Just click on it and you'll get started with it. Let's see how you can get started with learning and using your Python programs to run in GitHub Codespace. So now let's look into the practical application of GitHub Codespace, how you can create one and how you can run your own Python application through it. So here we are on github.com. First you need to create a repository where you'll be working in. So suppose I already have a repository. So I just type in Yodaafy. And this is the repository which I have created for this particular playlist. When you click on this particular repository, it opens and it only shows me a readme.md file. Now you might ask me that it does not have a Python program out here. How are we going to create one and how are we going to actually run it? So let's see. Click on this code tab. You'll get two options, local and Codespace. We are not going to the conventional manner, so we'll click on the Codespace option. Click on create Codespace on main. Over here, on main means the main branch of the repository. All the code and all the dependencies that you wanted will be installed into this repository itself. This virtual environment will have all the configurations ready for you. How you can test it? So let's suppose we are currently working in the Python application. And as I've mentioned, over here you do not have to install Python separately or Anaconda. You already get Python installed in it. Let's check. So this is the whole GitHub Codespace available for you. Over here you can see it's looking just like the Visual Studio Code, but on the web browser, which is Edge in this case. In the terminal, I type in Python -- version to get the Python version installed in the system. And as you can see, it comes with the latest version already installed. Now suppose I create a new file over here, which is main.py. I type in the code, let's say print. It's a very basic code because I'm just showing you how you can use GitHub Codespace. So I'm just typing, I'm using GitHub Codespace. And just type in the terminal Python main.py to run it. As you can see, we get the output and the Python program is run. And this is how you can use GitHub Codespace to configure and use it anywhere that you want. You can use it in mobile also because it's hosted in the cloud. It just needs a web browser. Now, obviously it does not have the changes in the repository itself, For that you need to use git commands, which we'll be covering later on in the playlist, so stay tuned for it. You can use those git commands and push the changes into your main git repository. Now when your work is done, you need to delete the code space so that you're not charged for it, because it follows pay-as-you-go service. Click on this code option and you'll get the code space there. Click on these 3 dots and delete it. So when you delete the code space, you won't be charged for it, and there's one good news for you. After 30 minutes, it automatically gets stopped, so you're not billed for the things which are happening after 30 minutes. It only gets restarted when you click on it again. As you can see, it also comes with instant development environments for you, which is React, Jupyter Notebook.NET. You can also click on See All option to get all the other options that's present. You can click on this Use this template option and get started with your development. Hope you enjoyed it and you'll be using GitHub Codespace to redefine how you develop in the future. Thank you.